This is Psalm chapter 58, verse 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh by Yashim, Yahweh Shai by Yashim, Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. And peace and salutation unto the hopeful elect, the 1/3 of Yasha Allah, upholding the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of their ability. Peace and salutation. This is the brother Bakwasha. And I just want to cover a quick clip I ran across. And part of the clip is going to show the wicked speaking lies. Or another form of that is being a hypocrite or being an actor. And no one does that at the pinnacle of this society better than Esau, the so-called white man. Okay. But through the lineage of Esau, the so-called white man, which Lord will cover, are the Amalekites. Okay. And that's what you're going to hear from. And I'm going to play this quick video, but they really have bought into the lie that they told themselves that they are the people of the Bible. And they are running with that narrative. But soon they will find out not only are they not the people, but they will also find out the judgment for the blasphemy of portraying themselves as being the people or the children of Israel, and they are not. Okay. And as scripture says, they are the synagogue, of Satan, So, let's play this quick video and then we'll bring out some scriptures and Lord will, it'll be edifying for the elect. And it says, play victim even while running everything.
Keep a low profile. If you got a fancy car, don't show off with it in front of the goyim. You want to build a beautiful house, don't make it so fancy outside so the guys, your neighbors are going to say, wow, look at those wealthy Jews. Keep it inside. Keep a low profile. And you know what he says? He says it's unbelievable. Esav hates us. That's what Rabbi Zikron was talking about. Esav hates us because they still are angry that Yaakov took the bracha. And he says, why is it that if a person has $100, he has to show off as if he's got 200? If he's got 1,000, he's got to show off that he's got 2,000. But boy said, let's keep a low profile. Don't tell the people at work, especially if they're not Jewish, about all your nachas. They don't have nachas like we have. They don't have a Friday night meal like we have. They don't have wonderful children that are giving them nachas like we have. Don't talk about your kids. Don't spread out all these chats if there are people there that don't have what you have, especially if they're not Jewish. It's hurting them. Keep a low profile. Keep a low profile.
So why would you need to keep a low profile if you're the children of God? Reason being is because they know that they're not. So let's read this again. This is Psalm 58:3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Okay. This is Revelation chapter 3 and verse 9. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are J-E-dubs and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet and to know that I have loved thee. So Yahweh Shemi Shai is making a clear distinction that he loves the children of Israel, or as scripture says, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. And that's what these Amalekites are. But they're trying to portray themselves as the people, as us, as Israelites. Okay? Talking about keeping a low profile, right? Not letting people know that you have all of this wealth and riches, that all of the corporations across the globe have had people that look like these people in those seats of power. How the U.S. funds billions and billions of dollars to the Israelis, okay, to the state of Israel. Okay. All of this is a big sham. Okay. But they do lie. And let's grab this word here for lie real quick. They're deceivers, man. Okay. And the word here is
Strong's G 5574. Pseudomai. Pseudomai.
pseudomai. It says to lie, to speak deliberate falsehoods. Okay? Everything that comes out of their mouth, the wicked is estranged from the womb. As soon as they be born, they go forth speaking falsehoods, speaking lies, to deceive one by a lie, to lie two. And this is a overall nature of Esau, the so-called white man. Okay? It says to utter an untruth or attempt to deceive by falsehood. That's why they want to keep a low profile. Okay? So let's get into one more precept here, and then we'll wrap up. This is Deuteronomy, because they've always been against Israelites. And that's part of the reason why they're trying to keep this low profile. But the reason why they've been against Israelites is because it's in their nature. Okay? Scripture says good is set against evil and evil is set against good. Okay? And so the good, 2/3 of our people are not good, okay, because they do not abide by the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shemi Shai. However, the 1/3, the remnant, okay, the hopeful elect of our people, Israelites, are good. But all of Amalek, okay, all of Edom, okay, all the rest of these other heathen nations, they are not. Okay. And so what was done as a significant scenario to show how these people can consistently lie, deceive, and tell untruths. Okay. Well, one, it stems from just pure hatred and jealousy. Okay. And we're going to read a bit of this in Deuteronomy, and then Lord will, this will be edifying. This is Deuteronomy 25:17. Remember what Amalek did unto thee by the way when ye were come forth out of Egypt. Okay, so we're coming out of Egypt tired, hungry, just fighting, right? It says, how he met thee by the way and smote the hindermost of thee, even all that were feeble behind thee, when thou wast faint and weary, and he feared not Yahweh. And it's to this day, because all of this digital transformation, which is being promoted, is being funded and executed by these Amalekites. That's the reason why they want to keep a low profile. That's the reason why you see them in the gutters. Okay, like literally in New York, there was a video posted, I don't know, 3-4 months ago, and these guys are like literally in the sewers, man. Okay, that's why Yahweh Shemi Shai gave him those identifiers. Okay, that snout. Okay, because it shows not only them as a people, but what kind of people they are. Okay, and so they smote the hindermost part of us coming out of Egypt, right? And then let's read on here and let's talk about this real quick, because I want to go into, we'll grab that in a second, because I want to highlight who these damn Amalekites come from. Okay, this is Genesis 36, and I'm gonna start at 9. It says, and these are the generations of Esau, the father of the Edomites in Mount Seir. These are the names of Esau's sons: Eliphaz, the son of Adah, the wife of Esau, Reuel, the son of Bathshemath, the wife of Esau, and the son of Eliphaz were Teman, Omar, Zepho, and Gatam, and Kenaz. And Timnah was concubine to Eliphaz's Esau's son, and she bare to Eliphaz Amalek. These were the sons of Adaz, Esau's wife. Okay? And so the point here is Esau is the forerunner, okay, to Amalek. And Amalek is, I believe, the grandson of Esau. Okay? And so just to show you that lineage and how these people come from the same line of Edomites. All right? Now, let's get back in Deuteronomy 25. And we'll read some of these cross-reference scriptures. So this is going into the account of when we were coming out of Egypt and how the same things that they're doing now, trying to keep a low profile, they weren't doing that then. Okay. They were seeking to destroy our people. And that's what they're seeking to do now by keeping a low profile. This is Exodus 17:8. Then came Amalek and fought with Israel at Rephidim. Verse 9. And Moses said unto Joshua, choose us out men and go fight with Amalek. Tomorrow I will stand on the top of the hill with the rod of Yahweh in mine hand. So Joshua did as Moses had said to him and fought with Amalek. And Moses, Aaron, and Hur went up to the top of the hill. And it came to pass when Moses held up his hand that Israel prevailed, and when he let down his hand, Amalek prevailed. But Moses' hands were heavy, and they took a stone and put it under him, and he sat thereon, and Aaron and Hur stayed up his hands, the one on the one side and the other on the other side, and his hands were steady until the going down of the sun. Verse 13, and Joshua discomfited Amalek and his people with the edge of the sword. And the Lord, Yahweh by Shai, said unto Moses, write this for a memorial in a book and rehearse it in the ears of Joshua, for I will utterly put out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven. And that's what's about to happen, man. Okay? These rats have been terrorizing the whole globe, and now their whole remembrance is about to be put out forever. Okay? Verse 15, and Moses built an altar and called the name of it Yahweh Nissi, or Necessi. Verse 16, for he said, because the Lord hath sworn that the Lord will have war with Amalek from generation to generation. And really, that's the point. Like I said, just wanted to cover that through the spirit. When I saw this video, it just encompassed how these Amalekites, okay, these JEWs, so-called JEWs, okay, are always playing the victim. But they're playing the victim because they're looking to deceive, because that's all they do is lie and tell untruths and promote falsehoods. So when the scripture says the earth has been given into the hand of the wicked, this is who you're looking at. And they will deceive many, okay, and have deceived many, except for the hopeful elect, because deceit is a strategy of war. And if you can deceive your enemy to believe that you are them and they are you, then you've already won the battle because they've already defeated themselves. And so just wanted to cover this real quick. It shows how sinister they are because they know that they are not the people, but their whole existence is built off of that lie continuing. And that's why it's such a threat for them to be called out for anything that they do. Okay? Because they're hypersensitive to the truth. Okay? And that's the reason why Yahweh Shem Yahushai has the prophets of the Lord out here on the highways and byways, pushing his word throughout the four corners of the globe to reveal Esau, the so-called white man, for the wicked in which he is, to where he can be punished, to where he can be judged and blotted out from existence. Okay? Matter of fact, let's grab one more before we wrap up. This is Deuteronomy 25 and verse 19. It says, therefore, it shall be when the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, thy power, hath given thee rest from all thine enemies round about in the land which the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, thy power, giveth thee for an inheritance to possess it, that thou shalt blot out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven, thou shalt not forget it. Okay? So there's not going to be any existence of these rats any longer. Okay? No more lies, no more instigation, right? No more acting, no more playing the victim, no more keeping a low profile. Okay? And let's grab this word here, blot, real quick. Well, we might as well grab the NLT. It says, therefore, when the Lord your power has given you rest from all of your enemies in the land he is giving you as a special possession, you must destroy the Amalekites and erase their memory from under heaven. Never forget this. Okay? So this is a commandment. All right? Now let's grab this word here for blot. Okay? The word here is
Strong's H 4229. Macha. Macha.
It says to wipe out, to wipe, to blot out, to obliterate. Okay? It says to blot out, to exterminate. Okay? And this was the commandment. Okay? Now, King Saul didn't follow through, but through the Spirit, Yahweh Shem Yahushai is going to execute this judgment, man. Okay? To wipe out, blot out, to be exterminated. It says to blot out from memory. All right? It says to stroke or rub, by implication, to erase. It says destroy, put out, utterly wipe away. Okay? So, yeah, you Edomites, you Amalekites, you're going to be completely erased, completely blotted out. No more remembrance. Okay? No more existence. Okay? You can't play the victim if you're not here. And so, Lord will, this was edifying for the elect. Till next time, Shalom.